Hi, my name is Clair Thomas, and I'm excited for guiding you through this 30-minute flow with a peek at Hanumanasana, or the splits. For today's practice, you'll need a blanket, a couple of blocks, and a strap. If you don't have a strap, feel free to use a belt or a rope of some sort or any kind of, equipment or blanket that allows you to wrap it around your foot and be able to reach it with your hands. All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Find yourself in a comfortable seat. Sit down and stack your shoulders over your hips and your ears over your shoulders. Allow your hands to soften on your legs and close your eyes if you haven't already. Take a deep breath down into your belly. Feel the expansion of your belly as you inhale. Exhale and relax your shoulders back and down. Come into your body. Notice where your awareness lies, and then bring it specifically into your center, your core, your warm belly. We'll start there, but we are ultimately going to bring our attention, our focus into our heart space, heart chakra, the place of connection. Start using box breath. Inhale for a count of 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. Another name for this is samavriti, maintaining the same amount or the same count of inhale, hold, exhale, hold. As you do this, begin to focus not only on counting, but also the expansion and contraction of your core. Notice the difference between fullness and empty with your breath. Our intent for our class today is to find connection, but not just any connection, centering from the heart chakra, connection with others, sending it out into the world, but being intentional and discerning the kinds of connections that you want to nourish in your life. So start to breathe in the feeling and sensation of the type of person you want to become. And as you hold on full, imagine someone who you already know, who's doing the thing or being the person that you are looking forward to becoming. Then exhale, give yourself permission to let go any of the stuck energy or blocks that's stopping you from being that person. Hold on empty, cultivating the warmth and energy inside of you with what's left and energetically drawing back into you all of the parts of you that are out in the world. And then inhale. Draw in more of you combined with who you want to be. Hold full with that energy of who you're becoming, the sensation of it in your body, the confidence, the openness, the expansion. Exhale out anything that no longer serves you or is blocking or stuck. Hold on empty, as within that emptiness that you've created, you now start to cultivate what you want to fill this space with. Inhale again. Continue to breathe this way for 2 more rounds, but this time as you inhale, focus on ujjayi, creating that soft whisper sound at the base of your throat. Hold on full, and as you exhale, use ujjayi, whispering on the exhale, constricting the throat. Hold on empty. Inhale with ujjayi. Hold on full for 4. Exhale with ujjayi. Maintain ujjayi breath to the best of your ability throughout the class today. Neck release. Set your left hand outside of your left hip. Hover the right hand over the right hip. Relax your shoulders back and down. Lower your ear to your shoulder. Inhale, telescope your ribs. Exhale, draw your shoulder blades together and put a slight bend in your elbow to deepen into your side bend slightly. Feel for a release in your neck as you drop your chin to your chest or your ear closer to your shoulder. Reach actively, sending energy out into the earth that no longer serves you while being open to receive any kind of information or wisdom the earth has for you on where you're going to find your connection. Side bend. Walk your left hand a little bit farther out, but reach your right hand up and over your ear. Inhale, telescope your ribs, lifting up specifically through the left side body. Exhale, contract just under the left armpit. Feel for each rib on the right side, reaching one away from the other to deepen into your side bend. To come out, set your fingertips down onto the mat outside of your right leg. Keep your neck soft. Left hand to left ear. Use your hand to lift your head up through neutral. Other side. Set your right hand outside of your right hip. Hover the left hand. Inhale, telescope your right side ribs. Exhale, contract through the right armpit muscles. Lower your ear to your shoulder and or your chin to your chest. Soften the muscles of your neck. Inhale into upper back. Exhale, draw the shoulder blades back and down. Inhale into heart space. Exhale, soften the muscles of your chest. Send any connection, energy, anything that you desire from your heart down through your left fingertips as though you are giving a call or sending a call out to the earth energy for what you're desiring. Side bend. Walk your right hand a little bit farther away from you. Reach the left hand up and over your left ear. Inhale, telescope your ribs. Exhale, relax the shoulders, contract a little bit deeper. Find lightness in your core, but don't allow yourself to be heavy or dumping down, but instead use that lightness to stay lifted. Inhale into your heart space. Exhale, send loving kindness out with your breath. To come out, set your fingertips down outside of your left hip. Right hand to right ear with your neck relaxed. Feel the weight of your head in your hand and lift your head up through neutral. Abdominals. Roll onto your side and make your way onto your back. We'll begin with easy elbow to knee. With feet on the mat, interlace your hands behind your head right at your hairline. Make sure the webbing of your fingers are touching. Shoulder blades back and down. Hug your arm bones up and around your temples. Inhale, lift head and shoulders up off of the mat and pause your breath. Press low back down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards the left leg, lift the left knee over the hip and pull your low belly into the mat. Inhale, foot down, elbows lift in the center, lift the shoulder blades up off the mat, pause your breath. Press low back down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards the right knee, lift the right knee over the hip and pull low belly down. Inhale, foot down, elbows up, pause your breath. Press your low back into the mat, curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows to left, lift the left knee, pull low belly down. Inhale, foot down, elbows up, shoulder blades lift, pause your breath. Press low back down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows to right, lift the right knee, pull the low belly into the spine. Inhale, foot down, elbows up, pause your breath. Press the top rim of your sacrum down, curl your tailbone up. Exhale, elbows to left, lift the left knee and lift the left shoulder blade up off of the mat. Foot down, elbows lift, pause your breath. Press the top rim of your sacrum down, curl your tailbone up. Exhale, elbows to the right, lift the right knee and pull the right side belly, especially down in towards the mat. Inhale, foot down, elbows lift. Pause your breath. Press low back down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows to left, lift the left knee and pull the left side belly down towards the mat. Lift the left shoulder blade. Inhale, foot down, elbows lift. Pause your breath. Press the low back into the mat, curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows to the right, lift the right shoulder blade up off the mat, lift the left knee over the hip, and pull the right side belly down. Inhale, foot down, and lower your head and shoulders down. Open your feet to mat distance apart, and windshield wiper your knees from side to side. We'll set up for the next abdominal, straddle lifting through. Open up your legs into a straddle. Feel for pointing through the balls of your feet while turning your toes back towards your shins. Interlace your hands behind your head. If this feels like it's a lot, bend your knees and work in a frog shape. And if even that feels like too much, rest your feet against a wall or a chair or a couch, something that you can press into and relieve a little bit of the pressure from dangling in the air. Inhale, lift your head and shoulders up, focusing on lifting your shoulder blades up off of the mat. Exhale, curl pelvis to navel, curl tailbone up, pull low belly down. Inhale, release the tuck. Exhale, curl pelvis to navel, curl tailbone up, pull low belly down. This time, rotate your toes down towards the mat and reach through the balls of your feet to either side. Shoulder blades lift. Inhale, release the tuck. Exhale, curl pelvis to navel, curl tailbone up, reach through the heels, curl your toes back, flex your feet, and then curl your toes down towards the mat, pull low belly down. Inhale, untuck. Exhale, curl pelvis to navel, curl tailbone up, reach the balls of your feet to either side of the room, and try to touch the walls on opposite sides. Pull low belly down. Inhale, release. Lower head and shoulders down. Use your hands to close your legs like a book and set your feet down. Again, windshield wiper your knees from side to side. We'll set up for bridge. Set your feet, heels in line with your sit bones, and turn your palms face up towards the sky. Inhale into low back, and press the top rim of your sacrum down. Exhale, press into your feet, and lift up into your bridge shape. Pause here. Inhale into heart space. Exhale, relax your shoulders away from your ears and reach actively through your fingertips. Use this as an opportunity to send rooted energy through your upper back and shoulders down towards the earth so you feel fully grounded and supported. Spread your toes and hug your inner leg lines in towards the midline as though they were squeezing around a roll or a block. Lower down to about 30%, so you're only at 70%. Retuck your tailbone, pull the low belly into the spine, and then press into your heels to lift up a little higher, back to that around 90% lift. It doesn't have to be fully up. Heel toe your left foot in towards the midline, and then draw the right knee into the chest. Extend the right leg straight up towards the sky, and then press actively into the left heel. Reach actively through the ball of your right toe. Hug the left thigh in towards the midline. Don't allow the thigh to fall open, even though it wants to. Inhale into low belly. Exhale, tuck the tailbone. One more. Inhale into heart space. Exhale, set your foot down towards the center, and then hug the left knee into the chest. Get really grounded to the right foot, hug the right thigh into the midline, and then exhale, extend the left leg up towards the sky. Inhale into pelvic floor. Exhale, squeeze the inner thighs in towards the midline. Inhale into upper back. Exhale, bring a little bit more weight into the right side so that you're evenly distributed through both shoulders. Reach up through the foot. Inhale. Exhale, set your foot down. Reset your feet, hip width distance apart, but stay up in your bridge. Inhale into low belly. Tuck your tailbone. Exhale, roll down upper back. Roll down middle back. Come all the way down and windshield wiper your knees from side to side. This is the time you'll need your strap. So grab onto your strap. Bend your left knee and set the left foot on the ground, and take your strap, hug it around or wrap it around the ball of your right foot. Press into the ball of your foot and glide your fingers, your hands rather, all the way down so that your upper arms are resting on your mat. Use your hands to draw your toes towards the crown of your head. If you're not getting much of a hamstring stretch, feel free to extend your left leg out while you draw the right toes towards the chest. Inhale into your low back. Exhale, tuck your tailbone slightly and feel for drawing more attention or more weight and groundedness into your right side. Inhale, expand your breath. Exhale, draw the toes a little bit closer to the crown of your head. Feel for plugging your thigh bone into the hip joint. what would it be like to spend time or be doing this yoga session with a friend who is committed to their practice the way that you are? Inhale and send your left foot up to meet the right. Set your right foot down. Start with it, knee bent, foot on the floor. Re-level your pelvis, press into the ball of your foot up into the strap, and glide your hands down so that your upper arms are still resting on the mat. Use your arms to draw your toes towards the crown. If you're not getting enough of a stretch here, you'd like to get a little bit deeper, extend your right leg out. Make sure to keep your right quad engaged and foot active, hugging in towards the midline. Inhale and telescope your ribs. Yeah, lifting the ribs one away from the other, even while lying down. Exhale, reach up actively through your heel and the ball of your left foot. Feel 4, sending your left hip down, your right hip up, and plug your left thigh bone in towards the hip joint. Inhale and release. Set your strap off to the side. Roll over onto your side and set up in a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your hands and your hips over your knees, hip width distance apart. Walk your left hand out in front of you, right toes back behind you, reset and level. Engage your core, pulling in and up, and draw your shoulders down your back, but shoulder blades around and down your armpits. When you feel fully balanced through your right hand and left foot, extend the left hand and right foot. Feel actively for reaching. Imagine you are trying to reach forward to the top of your mat while simultaneously reaching back with your toes to touch the wall behind you. Engage your core, drawing the belly button in and up. Press the ground away. Stay active in both your resting hand and foot, or stabilizing hand and foot, rather. Exhale, set your hand down, set your foot down, reset, finding balance between left and right, front and back. Focus on spreading your pinky toes down towards the mat so that the tops of your feet are spread. This time, walk your right hand forward, left foot back. Press the ground away with the left hand and right foot, really focusing on spreading the top of the right foot. And then when you feel balanced, lift up, right hand, left foot. Extend and reach. Draw your low belly in and up. Inhale into upper back. Exhale, elongate your spine. Allow, though the fingertips are reaching and the toe tips are reaching, allow the length to extend all the way through the core. Exhale, set your hand down, set your foot down, reset. Big toes touch, knees wide, child's pose. Set your forehead down here. We're going into an active but shortened vinyasa flow. Tuck your tailbone, roll through your spine, come up and forward into a modified plank, knees down. Then bend your elbows, bring chest and belly down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Once you're in your upward facing dog, press into the tops of your feet to lift your knees and thighs off of the mat. Drop your chin to your chest, press the ground away, knees down, roll the spine, back into child's pose. We'll do that again. Tuck the tailbone a lot, round through the spine. Draw your big toes apart so your feet are hip width distance or maybe a little bit wider apart into a modified plank. Bend your elbows, come halfway down, modified chaturanga. Reach your chest forward and up, press into the tops of your feet to lift your knees and thighs, upward facing dog. Going back into a child's pose, drop your chin to your chest, press the ground away, round through your spine, lower the knees down, big toes touch. Keep rounding through the spine until you lower your sit bones towards your heels. Last time, tuck your tailbone, roll through the spine. Big toes come apart, modified plank. Bend your elbows halfway down, modified chaturanga. Press the ground away, draw your chest forward and up, press into the tops of your feet, upward facing dog. Drop your chin to your chest, press the ground away, round through your upper back, knees down, big toes touch. Roll through the spine, roll, roll, roll. Drop your sit bones towards your heels, forehead touches and rests on the mat. Take 5 breaths here, expanding breaths. Downward facing dog. Press into your hands, come up onto your knees, curl your toes, lift your hips, lower your heels down. Walk out your dog if you are ready for that. You need a little extra movement. Inhale, step your left foot forward, press the ground away, and set your foot down in between your hands. Lower your right knee down. Reach your arms up into a box-shaped lunge. Inhale into low belly. Exhale, tuck your tailbone. Pull the belly button into the spine. Inhale, release that, untuck. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, hug the thighs in towards the midline. Press down actively through the top of your right foot. Inhale, release the tuck. Exhale, tuck the tailbone. This time with the tailbone tucked, come a little bit deeper into a low lunge. Press the ground away with your right side body and feel for opening up through the quad and hip flexor. Inhale into upper back. Exhale, relax the shoulders down, hug your arm bones forward, wrap your shoulders. Downward facing dog. Set your hands down. Curl your back toes under if that feels good. Draw the left knee into the chest. Slowly work your way back. Set your foot down to meet the other. Draw your big toes to touch. Extend your right leg behind you. Come up high onto your left toes as you draw the right heel into the butt. Roll forward and set your foot down in between your hands. Left knee down, box lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, pull belly button into spine, and hug your thighs in towards the midline. Inhale, untuck. Press down actively through the top of your left foot. Pinky toe down. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, belly button into the spine. Press down in through your right foot. Inhale, untuck. Exhale, tuck, draw the low belly button into the spine. This time, hold the tuck, press actively down into the top of your right foot and send your hips forward and down. Low lunge. Inhale, telescope your ribs. Exhale, draw your low belly and belly button away from your thigh while tucking your tailbone down. Inhale, expand your ribs. Exhale, focus on the sensations coursing through your body. Feel for a tingling or a movement. Set your hands down. Curl your left toes under. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. And set your foot down. Downward facing dog. Deep inhale here. Triangle. Step your left foot forward between your hands. Rise up into warrior 2, legs. Hop your back foot a little bit closer if you like. Straighten both legs and engage your quads. Send your hips towards the right. Reach your left hand forward. Pause halfway and elongate your spine. Set your hand down onto your shin and reach your right arm up towards the sky. Inhale into low back. Exhale, tuck your tailbone towards your right heel. Inhale into your heart space. Exhale, relax your shoulders back and down and lower your ear to your shoulder. Feel for the stretch in the left inner thigh and hamstring. Half moon. Grab that block, set it forward and outside of your left pinky toe and launch onto your left leg. Extend the right leg behind you and then reach up with your right fingertips. Align your foot with your hip and your hip with your shoulders. Inhale into low back. Exhale, engage your sit bone muscles. Squeeze them about 10%. Inhale, find length. Exhale, reach through everything that's lifted, reaching through your right foot and your right hand. Standing splits. Set your hand down. If you'd like to grab a second block, feel free to grab a second block. Lower your hands down onto the block and chest towards your thigh. Reach the crown of your head down towards the mat as you extend your right leg up towards the ceiling. Actively engage your left quad, the standing leg quad. As you reach up, you want to have as much press into the earth as you have a lift with your back leg. Feel for engaging your right quad, your right glute as you reach up towards the sky. Lunge heel to butt. Lower your right foot down, back behind you, and then lower the knee down onto the mat. You can set your blocks towards the front of your mat, and then heel toe your left foot towards the top of the mat. Send your hips forward and down, reach around, and grab onto the top of your foot. Now, if you're sensitive, your knee is feeling sensitive, grab your blanket and set it up underneath your knee. As you grab onto the top of your foot, bend your elbow to draw the heel in towards the butt. Inhale into upper back. Exhale, draw the shoulders back and down. Hook your left thumb into the hip point, so right through here, to help draw the hips down and keep you level. Pyramid. Release your foot. Straighten both legs to rise up. Move my blanket off to the side. Hands on the hips. Engage both quads. Pop your back foot in a little bit closer if you'd like. And then with a flat back, send your sit bones up and back behind you as you fold forward. Pause here, hands on the thigh, engage both quads, and use your hands on the thigh to traction the spine. Find length in the spine. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper, you can grab onto your blocks or set your hands down on the mat in front of you, staying focused on having a long, flat back and a level pelvis. If you didn't grab your blocks, now is a good time to grab them. Lower your back knee back down onto a blanket. Get your blocks for nomad. Have your blocks on either side of your left leg. Extend the left leg out in front of you. Plug the thigh into the hip joint, and then reach to the ball of your feet. Point your toes down, and then hinge forward at your hips. Fold over your straight front leg. Inhale into your pelvic floor. Exhale, engage your inner thigh to hug the leg in towards the midline. Feel for energetically pressing into your heel, ankle bone, towards the center, so that you're engaged all the way down from the inner thigh through the inner foot. Splits. From here, you have the option to stay in a half split, focusing on staying open through the hamstring with a forward fold. If you'd like to go fully into the split, feel free to grab onto any props that you might need and start to send your left foot forward and right foot back to a place where you're comfortable. Then grab onto your props if you'd like and set it up under your hip so that you can sit on it and sit fully extended and lengthened. Reach actively through the front foot and the back. And remember, with Hanumanasana, we're looking back at Hanuman, who leapt forward towards the people he adored. So keep in mind that energy of going forward momentum towards the people that you desire to spend more time with, doing the things you love. To come out, set your hands down, hug the back foot in, the front foot in, move your props off to the side, and stand up. We'll go to the other side. Triangle, this time with the right foot forward, left foot back. Straighten both legs, engage the quads, and then hips back towards the left, right fingertips reaching forward, extend through the spine, find length. Set your hand down on your ankle and reach your right arm up towards the sky. You can lower your ear to your shoulder or reach to the crown of your head, whichever feels best in your neck. Tuck your tailbone down. Inhale, expand your ribs. Exhale, pull low belly into the spine. Inhale, telescope the ribs. Exhale, set up for half moon. Grab your block, set it forward and outside of your right pinky toe rather, and lift the left leg up towards the sky. Reach through your fingertips. As much as you're stepping into the standing foot, reach up through your left fingers. Elongate your spine. So from the crown of your head to the heel of your left foot, you find length. Standing split. If you'd like your second block, grab your second block. Fold forward, hinging at your hips over your standing leg. Stand on that leg firmly. Spread through the ball of your foot, and then engage your and then engage your glute to lift up through the sky. Send energy all the way to the tips of your toes as though you are sending out a call and cry through your foot for who can bring you more stability and grounding in your life. Lower the back foot down. I'm going to grab my blanket. So I lower my knee down for lunge heel to butt. Heel toe, your foot to the top corner of your mat. Hook your thumb into the hip point. Level the pelvis, hip forward and down. Reach around and grab onto the top of your left foot. Bend your elbow and draw the heel to the butt. Inhale into low belly. Exhale, send your tailbone back and down. Lift the belly away from the thigh. Hug your thighs in towards the midline. Pyramid, release your foot. Curl the back toes under and straighten both legs. Pop your back foot in a little bit. Hands to the hips. Engage your quads. Fold forward. Pancake your hands to traction your spine so you're finding length and space in your spine. And then when you feel nice and long, you have the option of staying there or folding forward with hands down on either side of your foot. Inhale into low back. Exhale, send your sit bones up towards the sky. A little bit of an untuck here. Feel for both quads actively engaged. Nomad. Lower your back knee down, back onto blankets, and grab your blocks. Set them up on either side of your right foot. Extend the right leg out in front. Reach to the ball of your foot, toes down. Plug the thigh into the hip joint, uncurl your back toes, and then with a strong engaged quad, hug the inner thigh in towards the midline. Draw the energy of the ankle in towards the midline, and then fold forward. Elongate your spine. Feel energy all the way to the tips of your toes, even spreading your toes while they're trying to point. Splits. You can opt to curl your toes back and work from a tall split or a half split here. Or if you'd like to get into the split, have your blocks set up so that you can utilize them. And slide your right foot forward and left foot back. I'm going to use a block here, set it up here underneath. Reach actively through my foot so that I can reach up. You want to be able to reach up so you're sitting fully. Notice that I don't want to have an open pelvis. I want it closed and stacked. Again, we're going to have the energy of forward momentum, leaping forward. So splitting our legs apart so that we can get the biggest jump and leap towards the people we're desiring to draw into our lives. Set your hands down, glide that foot back. Move your blocks off to the side. And then sit down on your right hip. Grab your blanket, or you can use your block for this. I prefer a blanket in this instance, but you could use a block. Set the blanket in between your thighs and extend your legs out. Squeeze the thighs around the block. Lower your ribs down towards your mat and make sure that your hand is aligned with your hips. Set your right hand in front of you for balance and lower your ear to your shoulder. Inhale into low back. Exhale, tuck the tailbone down towards your heels. Inhale into the pelvic floor. Exhale, squeeze the thighs around the roll or block. Feel for a release and letting go through the side body, but be intentional of engaging the inner leg lines. Repeat the other side. I'm just going to roll on over to my right side. Extend my legs out towards the corner. Right hand in line with my hip, left hand in front of my body, and reaching through the balls and heels of my feet evenly. Lower your head down towards your shoulder. Inhale into the right side body. Exhale, soften the right side body down towards the mat even more. Inhale into low belly. Exhale, draw Mula Bandha in and up. Engage your pelvic floor. Use that engagement to help guide energy all the way through the inner leg lines down to the inner arches of your feet. Feel for engaged sit bone muscles, helping draw the tailbone down. To come out, roll over back onto your sit bones. Set your prop off to the side. And lie down for Supta Baddha Konasana. On your back, bring your feet together, knees wide. Rest your head on the mat and glide the heels of your hands into the hip creases. Press into your thighs, lock out your elbows, draw the shoulders up to your ears if you need to. Take a deep breath here. Open mouth, sigh it out. Inhale for Uddiyana. Exhale all of the air out. Blow out the last bit of air like you're blowing out a candle. Seal your lips, seal your nose, and use your core muscles to pull your belly button in and up. Soften your belly first. Inhale. Extend your legs out for final pose, Shavasana. Turn your palms face up on either side of your body. Soften your eyes closed and take a full expansive breath in. If you know you'd like to stay for a longer Shavasana, now's a good time to pause the video, set your timer, and stay for as long as you need. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Remember to use your breath as a calling and responding point where you can draw in that which you desire and release and let go of that which no longer serves you. You can also draw in energy from and support from the earth and send out a heartfelt cry for the people that you want in your space, that you want to do life with. Begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Deepen and slow down your breath. Roll over onto your side. Use your hands to press yourself up into a comfortable seat. With a relaxed neck, use your hand to lift your head up through neutral. Bring your hands together at heart center. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. The light in me honors and respects the light in you. Namaste.